As you are well aware, I don't get up early to drink lukewarm tea. I want my rumors to be hot off the scandal stove. And darling, today's story combines a hint of missing tooth mystery with scandal, treachery, and betrayal. Imagine this. The self-described drama queen of reality television is Tamar Braxton. Another cyclone of catastrophe engulfs the lady who can transform a family dinner into a 5-episode season arc. However, this time it's singing high notes isn't the point. Low blows are at issue. Because rumors have it that Tamar may be taking a tentative step into forbidden territory with Mendeecees Harris, perhaps even a little further. Indeed, Yandy's spouse, love, and the local troublemaker of hip-hop. I understand your thoughts now. Wait, Tamar menaces together at the same location, at the same time, purportedly with blood pooling and teeth flying. Yes, it becomes more messy. Sweetheart, fans are prepared to make connections more quickly than the FBI on a Netflix documentary, while the streets are murmuring and the blogs are yelling. Hold on tight, because what I'm about to reveal could completely change the way you think about Tamar Mans and the circus we call devotion to a celebrity. Rumors tend to spread like wildfire in the realm of reality TV and celebrity drama. Additionally, the focus has just switched to two names that no one anticipated being connected: Mendeecees Harris and Tamar Braxton, though with fans, bloggers, and media sources speculating that anything might be happening between them. The faint whispers have swiftly turned into a full-fledged storm. But is there any truth to it? Or is this just another instance of a minor detail being twisted by the internet into a huge scandal? Let us stand back and dissect this. First up is Tamar Braxton, a formidable figure in the entertainment sector. In addition to her amazing voice, she is renowned for her fiery nature and openness. Nature is shown in reality. Tamar has never shied away from controversy, and fans and tabloids have always kept a close eye on her romantic life. From her well-known union with Vincent Herbert to her highly public divorce and subsequent engagement to Jeremy Jr., Tamar and Robinson's romances have consistently made headlines. And each time she has been able to present her unvarnished, unadulterated truth. Conversely, Mendeecees Harris, who is most recognized for his part on New York's Hip Hop and Love. In the Love and Hip Hop franchise, he and Yandy Smith Harris have been regarded as one of the most stable couples. Mendeecees has had difficulties in the past. His stay-in, millions of people have seen the documentation of his time in prison and the difficulties he faced upon his eventual reunion with his family. However, his bond with Yandy appeared to be unbreakable throughout it all. Together, they established a brand, brought up a family, and were regarded as one of the more reputable couples on reality TV. How, therefore, did Mendeecees Harris and Tamar Braxton get up speaking together? The rumor mill claims that it began after the two were seen together at a number of the same industry gatherings. Fans said they observed a connection that extended beyond light talk. That was all it took for rumors to start in today's environment, where a simple look, a joke, or even sitting too close may start a whole story. Social media was ablaze with inquiries. Why does Tamar spend so much time with Mendeecees? Is Yandy aware of what's happening? Tamar's enigmatic posts on social media, which may discuss love, betrayal, or her personal issues, have been known to add fuel to the flames. Fans started making connections that might not even exist, even though she never addressed Mendeecees specifically. The challenging aspect of celebrity culture is that sometimes perception is more important than fact. Mendeecees, however, has remained largely silent. His reputation has always been associated with being a loving parent and husband. However, this does not deter speculation. Silence frequently appears to reviewers as guilt, even when it is simply a refusal to participate in drama. Nevertheless, individuals started to look more closely, examining images, appearances, and even the smallest exchanges that might be construed as evidence. This is where the situation becomes even more intriguing. Yandy Smith and Tamar Braxton have both participated in the same spheres of entertainment. They've met in person, participated in the same social media groups, and even shared acquaintances. Naturally, the possibility that Tamar is related to Yandy's spouse raises the drama to a whole new level. It goes beyond infidelity or romance. In the already close-knit community of celebrity relationships, it's about betraying trust. Here's the big question though. Is there concrete proof that Tamar and our Mendeecees playing around? No hard evidence has emerged as of yet. No reliable sources have confirmed a romantic relationship, and there are no pictures of them holding hands or films of them being intimate. Everything is predicated on rumors, conjecture, and the ever-potent social media gossip mill. People continue to believe it in spite of this. Why? Because fans find the rumor credible because of Tamar and Mendeecees' respective pasts. Tamar has been through her partnership's ups and downs, which were widely reported. Therefore, the thought of her becoming bound to a new person constantly draws interest. However, Mendeecees' complex past, particularly with women, gives supporters reason to believe he would be implicated in a scandal. Combining those two reputations creates the ideal environment for gossip blogs to flourish. However, we must not overlook the possibility that such a rumor may have very real repercussions. For Mendeecees' pillar of support, Yandy Smith-Harris, and thin, even a hint of adultery might damage her reputation and brand. Yandy has consistently presented herself as a strong, self-reliant lady who embodies loyalty, resiliency, and family values. It may be considered the ultimate betrayal to have Tamar, another influential woman in the field, so scandalously linked to her husband. Furthermore, being seen as the other woman could reverse much of the progress Tamar has made in repairing her reputation following years of personal hardship. Tamar has been candid about her struggles with mental health, heartbreaks, and her search for true happiness and love. Being charged with meddling in another person's marriage could harm her healing process as well as her reputation. Supporters have already taken sides. Some contend that Tamar wouldn't act in this manner, citing her devotion to women as evidence, circle and her frank demeanor, which typically keeps things open. Others think that, given everything Yandy has done for Mans, he could never have betrayed her in such a blatant and careless manner. However, there is a subset of fans who thrive on this type of turmoil, which feeds the rumors containing potentially erroneous receipts, memes, and comments. In actuality, this type of conjecture is what makes celebrity culture flourish. It hardly matters if it's true or not. Just the drama is enough to keep people interested, chatting, and sharing. Mendeecees and Tamar's names combined ensure clicks, headlines, and viral moments. And let's face it, in the entertainment business, sometimes that's all it takes to maintain a plot. However, until someone directly, regardless of who handles the matter, Tamar, Mendeecees, or Yandy, the facts are still hazy. They may be nothing more than colleagues in the field who are caught up in inflated gossip, or perhaps just possibly a more significant narrative is developing behind the scenes that has not yet been completely revealed. This is what we do know. Nothing is ever truly concealed in the realm of reality television. Secrets tend to come to light, partnerships change frequently, and the truth always comes to light. Path to the public's attention. We can only wait and observe how Tamar Braxton and Mendeecees Harris respond to the heat for the time being, because this is definitely not the end of the narrative. When the rumors first began to circulate, the majority of people dismissed it as just another crazy rumor spread by social media about Tamar Braxton and Mendeecees Harris. After all, Mendeecees has always carried the burden of his past, including his highly public marriage to Yandy Smith, while Tamar has experienced her share of heartbreaks and prominent relationships. The problem with reality TV culture and Hollywood, however, is this: fire is typically present where smoke is present. Furthermore, the fire is spreading more quickly than it has in the past. People started seeing Mendeecees and Tamar at the same gatherings, a bit too close at times for comfort. It wasn't merely a meet and greet or some informal pictures. No, admirers said that there were lingering glances, small gestures, and even quiet chats that exuded an energy that you don't typically occur between two individuals who are only pals. The blogosphere jumped on the story right away. Instagram. Rumor sites began posting screenshots, purported direct messages, and even shaky videos of Tamar giggling uncontrollably at Mendeecees' jokes. The tiniest encounter may escalate into a major issue when you're a star. Let's face it. However, a purportedly leaked recording was what truly sent fans into overdrive. Voices claimed to be Tamar and Mendeecees can be heard in this audio recording. Can be heard having a private discussion about topics that sounded far too personal to be casual banter. Let's take a moment to think. Though they have both denied any wrongdoing, Tamar and Mendeecees have drawn criticism for their occasional silence. Tamar, who frequently responds to rumors with scathing social media posts, opted to be uncharacteristically evasive this time. Mendeecees, meanwhile, maintained his composure as if he had nothing to prove. However, fans are specifically challenging that composed manner. Was it self-assurance or was it harm prevention? According to insiders, this purported relationship between Tamar and Mendeecees began months ago at a private industry party. Both were reported to be emotionally fragile. Tamar had been dealing with stress, heartache, and career moments on a roller coaster. Despite publicly supporting Yandy, Mendeecees was said to be struggling with the stress of ongoing public scrutiny and marital discord. It is precisely this type of emotional concoction that enables scandalous relationships. According to some insiders, the most startling twist implied that Mendeecees was the one who pursued Tamar, not the other way around. Mans reportedly appreciated Tamar's unvarnished nature, her unadulterated honesty, and the way she draws attention wherever she goes. According to sources, he saw Tamar as a welcome diversion from the ongoing turmoil in his union. If that is accurate, it creates a whole different image of what actually transpired. Naturally, though, Tamar, Mans, and Yandy weren't the only ones involved. Following the online leak of the rumors, the fan base became divided. One side said that, considering how much Tamar has openly advocated for loyalty and sisterhood, she would never betray another woman. The opposing viewpoint cited Tamar's past troubled relationships and maintained that there was nothing off the table in terms of her romantic life. In all of this, let's not forget Yandy. Even Yandy, who is well known for her powerful presence in hip-hop and love, has her moments of vulnerability. According to reports, Yandy questioned Mendeecees in private about the rumors and demanded to know the truth. According to some, the argument became heated when Yandy threatened to ruin Mendeecees' marriage and his reputation if there was even the slightest bit of truth to the Tamar connection. This is where things start to get pretty crazy. According to reports, Tamar's close buddy leaked a mysterious letter that suggested Tamar wasn't totally blameless in this case. The insider claims that Tamar revealed that she was drawn to Mendeecees because he had a unique understanding of her suffering. That alone was sufficient to stoke the flames, implying that despite the absence of any physical contact, an emotional connection was developing between the two. With this angle, the journalists had a field day. A potential love triangle dominated headlines, and blogs painted Tamar as the antagonist who could be destroying Yandy's union. However, if you pay close attention, you'll see something. Tamar's relationship with Mendeecees was never entirely denied, saying remarks like, "People always want to see a black woman fail," or "I don't owe anyone an explanation." She danced around the rumors. "Explanation for my friendships." Statements like those don't exactly put an end to rumors. In the meantime, people started searching for old videos of Tamar and Yandy together at public gatherings. At one moment, the two women seemed cool, smiling for cameras and supporting each another. However, keen-eyed admirers saw that Tamar stopped like Yandy's Instagram photos once these rumors surfaced. She also ceased commenting. For her part, Yandy silently unfollowed Tamar without announcing it. And without a press release, such kind of action says a lot in the current digital era. When Tamar shared a mysterious remark on her Instagram account, the situation escalated. Those who shout the loudest about loyalty are sometimes the ones who are unable to manage things on their own. Assuming it was a subtle jab at Yandy, fans instantly linked this to the rumors. Others countered that Yandy wasn't as innocent as she claimed, claiming it was Tamar's self-defense. As the drama played out online, TV executives were reportedly rubbing their hands together with joy. Scandals like this are what reality TV is all about, and according to sources, Tamar and Mendeecees have both been asked to answer the rumors on camera. Consider the scores if Mendeecees, Tamar, and the type of drama that networks aspire to is when Yandy all find themselves in the same room while the cameras are rolling. But this is the more profound reality. The damage is already done, regardless of whether Tamar and Mendeecees tampered with anything. The general public's perception has changed. People now scrutinize Tamar's every action, casting doubt on her honesty and loyalty. Mendeecees, who was before praised for sticking by Yandy during his incarceration and legal issues, is now accused of being messy and disloyal. Additionally, Yandy is enmeshed in a media frenzy that she did not initiate. This is just the beginning of the story's messiness. According to recent reports, Tamar might have been taking advantage of the controversy in the hopes that the publicity would help her get more attention. Future initiatives. After all, Tamar is accustomed to controversy and has the ability to turn controversies into opportunities. However, if that is the case, she is engaging in a risky game that can cost her more than she is prepared to acknowledge. Then, as if things couldn't be any more surprising, there was another rumor. Mendeecees' close friend allegedly reported seeing them together late at night, out of the public eye. No paparazzi, no cameras, merely two individuals who appeared far too at ease with one another. Was it a case of innocence or evidence that the rumors had been partially true all along? There is little doubt that this story is far from over. Mendeecees Harris and Tamar Braxton have been at the heart of one of the year's most juicy controversies, and the rumors will only intensify until the whole truth is out. Let's take a closer look at the scandal that is rocking the R&B and hip-hop and love worlds to their foundations. Fans are now divided along the in the center. While some think it's just smoke and mirrors to increase drama for TV ratings, others are certain that Tamar Braxton and Mendeecees Harris are genuinely involved in a nasty scenario. However, if you dig further, the truth isn't only about the rumors themselves. It concerns how the entire brands, families, and reputations of these two celebrities are being scrutinized. Let's start by discussing how the public's response has evolved from astonishment to outrage. Tamar's following, referred to as the on social media, Tamarians have been disparaging Mendeecees constantly, accusing him of manipulating others and of insulting his wife, Yandy Smith. They contend that, given her history of highly public heartbreaks, Tamar deserves more than to be entangled in someone else's marital crisis. Nandi's supporters, on the other hand, are standing up for him, claiming that the entire story has been distorted to cause a controversy and that people are too ready to assume the worst. Here's the worst part though. According to those close to the love and hip-hop production, this isn't only coincidental. They claim that when Tamar and Mendeecees were seen engaging in what seemed to be two cordial exchanges backstage, the cameras had already begun to roll. And let's face it, producers are skilled at stoking the fires when they sense drama. Could it be then that what began as a light-hearted discussion was blown out of proportion into a plot that is currently getting out of hand? Or do these rumors actually have some merit? Now, among the most revealing aspects of this whole controversy has been the Yandy Smith's quiet. Yandy typically takes swift action to rectify any situation that can damage her reputation, particularly in relation to her marriage. This time, though, people are chatting more loudly because of crickets and the silence. According to some, Yandy is remaining silent because there is some validity to the rumors, while some claim that she is allowing Tamar to be blamed for the story because Yandy is aware that her husband's name would finally be cleared by the cameras. In any case, by remaining silent, she is stoking the flames rather than extinguishing them. And Tamar herself comes next. Tamar has never been afraid to stand up for herself. However, she has been posting cryptic statements about knowing your worth and not believing lies, rather than outright rejecting the accusations. Fans are left with more questions than answers when that kind of ambiguity is there. Is she attempting to subtly criticize Yandy? Is she utilizing the attention to keep her name in the spotlight? Or is she acknowledging that there was some flirtation but no real affair? The nasty public turmoil that both performers have had in the past is what truly elevates this issue to a new level. Tamar has experienced a wide range of situations, including poisonous relationships and celebrity feuds. Although Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage has been put to the test, frequently on reality TV, covering everything from his jail term to loyalty issues. Therefore, it's practically a prescription for headlines when two people with such a history are in the same room. We cannot overlook the reality that controversy sells. Therefore, let's also discuss the commercial side of things. Each and every time Tamar's name appears in blogs and her streams increase, hip-hop and love ratings rise each time Mans is dragged. Publicists, producers, and you can bet your bottom dollar that Tamar and Mans themselves are aware of this. Therefore, even in the absence of a genuine affair, even while it's ugly in the short term, the scandal alone is increasing their prominence in a way that helps their careers. The risky portion comes next. The repercussions become far more severe when real-life families are incorporated into the scenario. Mendeecees has a son, Tamar has youngsters, and Yandy has established a family brand founded on trust, loyalty, and black love. Everything they've worked so hard to create could be ruined if people start to think that image is bogus. And that's where the distinction between reality and entertainment becomes hazy. In the most harmful manner, Some internet followers have gone so far as to suggest that Yandy and Mendeecees' marriage may be on the verge of dissolution. There are rumors that Yandy has already spoken with Tamar behind closed doors and asked her questions regarding what's actually occurring. According to reports, Tamar's sisters, particularly Tamar Braxton, are pressuring her to distance herself from the situation before it gets out of control. This isn't merely a TV plot. If that's the case, it's overflowing into actual family relationships that can cause long-term harm. Let's change the script for a moment. What if this is simply inflated rumors and Tamar and Mendeecees are actually just friends? Thus, Tamar is being unjustly portrayed as a for the sake of influence. Mendeecees is being portrayed as an unfaithful husband and home wrecker. If that's the case, this entire controversy serves as a risky illustration of how easily, in the era of social media, false narratives can become out of hand. The reality is we are left to piece together hints from cryptic posts, insider leaks, and poorly edited reality TV clips until either Tamar, Mendeecees, or Yandy speak up openly and directly. Fans' perceptions of Tamar and Mendeecees have already changed as a result of this incident, though. It will be difficult for them to repair the damage to their reputations, whether they are the result of misbehavior or simply bad judgment. This is where the situation becomes even more intriguing. According to reports, this plot is already being woven into the main plot of Love and Hip Hop's upcoming season. This indicates that producers are not giving up. In order to extract as much drama as possible from this circumstance, they are leaning in. The show itself may therefore present the situation in a way that persuades millions of people that Tamar and Mans are not guilty. Additionally, their perspective can become irrelevant once it airs. What is the truth then, at the end? Are Mendeecees Harris and Tamar Braxton simply the most recent victims of reality TV's insatiable drama, or have they actually been caught teasing?